I'm joined on the Emirates stand at a very busy Arabian Travel Market by a very in-demand man. Adnan Kazim is the Deputy President and the CCO of Emirates. Thank you for making the time for us.
It's always my pleasure to be with you. Thank you.
So let's get comfortable. Have you seen any impact at Emirates so far from the start of these tariffs and this trade skirmish?
I mean, the way we see it is possibly it's too early, I think, to judge anything around all these kind of uncertainties coming, including the tariff or even visa restrictions. There are so many things going on, I think, around us. But one thing I could be more, I think, assured that so far we haven't seen any dip in terms of the booking. So far, the growth of the booking is coming quite healthy. We're seeing we've seen already a strong, the first 3 months of the result. It continued to be April very strong, in terms of the booking intake, and even toward the summer. We're not seeing any slowdown. And that's, I think, for me, could be an indication that no matter what's happening around us in terms of the geopolitical or any of these kind of situations or uncertainties, people are still desperate to travel and still people want to be part of the connecting each other, I think, in the world, I think, which is quite positive.
That's really interesting. I was looking at some comments from the Southwest CEO in the US. Now, he's running a domestic airline.
Yeah.
But he says for their domestic travel, they are already seeing a recessionary impact in confidence. What about your American travel? Is that still looking good going forward?
Today the number is really proving to be quite solid booking between Dubai and United States. The 12 point that we have with the capacity that we deploy today between the 380s and 777 in US market, the very strong flow is still coming in from the subcontinent, from Asia, even from this part of the world. We're not seeing again any slowdown in terms of the intake overall, which is again a reflection of what I said. Maybe for other airlines, maybe they're seeing it more from an angle of being centric to United States, but we coming with a network, I think that we come with Africa being behind us, with Asia, with the subcontinent, overall the number is really looking quite healthy.
What about the cargo business, which is always a bellwether for what's happening in the world?
Again, it's something really to be watched. If the tariff will impact anything, should impact, I think, the cargo business. But I think the relief that we got on the e-commerce side, particularly on the mobile, the chips and all kind of thing related to the e-commerce side, that definitely gave a lot of relief, I think, to us in terms of getting that chunk of the traffic which is coming from Asia into United States. Mobile, they were not even impacted because of that. But again, looking again from the way the booking is shaping up on the cargo, on the belly, still quite solid. It's still reflection of the demand is still way exceeding all these kind of uncertainties. And possibly maybe it's too early to judge. Maybe things will impact as we grow, but today we haven't seen that impact is really hitting us in anywhere, I think. The demand is still continuing to be the same solid number.
With so much that is unknown at the moment, how do you plan for that as an airline?
Well, we lived in this kind of environment. We have seen the COVID, which is the worst case scenario. We have seen the war in terms of the Ukraine, Russia. We have seen what's happening, the conflict in Middle East. I think for us, the key thing is around the agility, the way fast you can maneuver around some of these kind of situations. We have seen already many of uncertainty coming from some of the fuel prices or coming from even from the interest rate or inflations in some countries. To be honest, something that we learn a lot. We build a lot of skills around how to maneuver, and the essence is around how fast we react to this situation and move, even if required, the capacity from one end to another. And we have the ability to do that. But today we don't need to do that because it's too early to judge on some of these kind of uncertainties, I think. But it's something definitely to watch and monitor and see where the impact will come from, which we haven't seen yet.
What does a weaker US dollar mean for Emirates?
For us, in terms of the overall, there is a benefit because the weak US dollar mean stronger currency coming from GBPs, from Eurozone, from Australian dollar, from many pockets, because when they buy their tickets, they come with a much better yield. So there will be a benefit because we are sitting in a dollar-based country. If we were being in a different sort of base country, we would have lost maybe on the currency devaluation. But today, there could be some benefit coming from a weaker dollar, I think. But the only thing we need to monitor, because other countries going through a stronger currency, how that flow will look like in summer from traveling from this part of the world or from the dollar-based part to Europe or maybe to Australia and to the other countries. Again, it's something to watch how the summer will look like. But from the trend of the booking today, we're not seeing a slowdown. Still people wanting to travel. And again, this is coming from maybe inherited from the COVID. They have seen already the worst of the COVID. People don't want to save money on the enjoying their time or on the traveling. And no matter what these KPIs will hit them, still they're going ahead and travel.
We've also got a lower fuel price with predictions of it falling even further. What does that mean, not just for you, but for us? Could it mean lower ticket prices?
Well, I think fuel is one component of the business. I think that we carry today. There are so many other impact coming in from the supply chain side of it and from the demand and supply. I mean, we do look at these kind of prices in a very sort of meticulous way in terms of how the demand and supply shapes, how the cost is coming at us. And it's not easy to say yes or no to it, I think, because there are so many uncertainties around the price when it comes to how they will look like. But it's something that definitely, again, that's part of the monitoring that we always do, whether we need to reduce the price or increase the price. And this is an ongoing daily work, I think, that we conduct, I mean, in the business, as part of the business.
I'm going to finish with two of your newest businesses, one being the parcel delivery. How big could that get for Emirates? Could you become a DHL rival?
I mean, today we are playing a vital role for many of these kind of, courier companies. Could be DHL, could be FedEx, could be any one of these kind of UPS. With the network that we have today, with 150 destinations, a lot of, I would say, the airlift and courier lift we're doing for many of these kind of companies. Once today is too early again, we are only into some limited markets. I think that we're building in UK, in United States, and we announced about Australia and some recent point. But as we progress and as we add up, it could be a big domain, because for us, again, e-commerce business is quite a lucrative business. It's quite a booming, is increasing, and definitely something that we're focusing in as a way forward to be even growing even further. But whether we'll be in the size of these companies, we never looked at it this way. We looked at it more from the in-house, in terms of the technology that we have, in terms of the capacity that we have, the network, and how we can do it in a much better way in terms of the product offering.
And finally, we're a bit obsessed with your Emirates merch, your Christmas pajamas, the backpacks you make from the
recycling.
The old plane seats. How big could that get? What else do you want to do with it?
I mean, this is something that we entered this domain just recently with the bags and some of these recycling items that we already send these goodies to many schools and many charity organizations. It's something that there is a team sitting behind it whom are looking at this particular domain. I don't think we'll get big, but it's something important for us.
Yeah.
As part of the DNA of sustainability, I think that we need to drive it as we go forward.
Adnan, thank you very much for your time. It is always a delight to speak to you.
Thank you. Thank you.